Hey, what's going on guys? Covert Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Today it is yet another squad builder. You know, third in a row. Promise tomorrow will be a different video, but for today we have just seen Hull come up on the weekend with that Diame Screamer. So I thought, why not build a team from the players that are coming up? So this is, I don't know, probably like the best team I think it is anyway. You know, watch some of the championship. I haven't watched it all, so you know, if I missed anyone or you feel like someone should be in the team and they're not, and vice versa, then obviously write it in the comments and let me know. But from what I've seen, this, you know, is a good team for me. These are players that will be gracing the Premiership, and that starts off with a bit of Tom Heaton in goal. Don't want that. So, and he actually got a gold. He was that good, and he's been called up to the England team, so it's obviously a good year for him. Next up, if I can find him, I think it's this guy. Yep, Moses Ardubaju. He basically took the right back position off El Mohammadi, and El Mohammadi moved up to a right mid. This guy came in, 3 million signing, I think it was, from Brentford. Came in at right back and looks really, really good, both going forward and defensively. So far, it's 2 Englishmen in the team. Next up, we add another one, and it's another Hull player who made an absolutely fantastic tackle in the final to basically save Hull, and that is Curtis Davies. He's got an 84 team of the season card, so that'll come in there. And Dawson basically got caught out, and Davies came over and basically saved what I was going to say is a goal. Obviously, it didn't turn out to be. Next up is another Burnley player, and that is Ben Mee. And obviously I could put him at left back, but he gets a centre back here. Had a great season for Burnley as they got promoted. So far it's only been Hull and Burnley. That is about to change with George Friend coming in. I'm playing him at left back. If I can spell it. There we go. Playing his left back card. Well, I think he's all left back. I thought he played at centre back as well, but obviously not. So George Friend comes in, 74 rated there at left back. Not a bad side so far. They're all almost like either like, you know, gold or almost gold, apart from the right back, who I think has been underrated, obviously because he's only went there. Next up is the guy who scored the winner to get them promoted, and that is Mohamed Diame. There we go. 74 rated again. His card on this game is crazy. I cannot wait for him to be back and link up with Check, I'd say, from West Ham. Look at it. Look at those stats. 79, 70, 69, 81, 74, and 77. Those are crazy stats for a player playing in the Championship, let's not forget. Now, imagine if he got an inform. Not even an inform, sorry. A team of the season. That would have been close to being Hull Gang, but probably only his passing letting him down. On the right-hand side, I think he does play right mid. I think he's popping up at left mid on the final, though, so this may be a bit wrong. Oh, yeah, right mid. And that is Robert Snodgrass. He comes in. Obviously, mostly Hull players so far, but Snodgrass is a veteran of the Premier League. He's been there a few times, and I think he's got that quality in terms of like his set pieces, his passing are very, very crisp. He's not very good in terms of pace, as the stats show. 74 shooting, 76 passing, and 78 dribbling as well. 73 physical. Not a bad card at all to be using. So these are all players that could be getting used next season for your teams. I don't think there's anyone that stands out like Wilson did when he came up with Burnley. Not with Burnley, with not Brighton. Forgot the name now. I'm trying to find this guy. I think I might have to go with someone else. I was going to go with Knightley, but I can't find him. Let's try Taylor. Yeah, we'll take Matt Taylor instead. I was going to go with Michael Kitely, but I can't seem to find him. I think I put Knightley, I'm not sure if that's the right spelling. But yeah, he comes in at left mid. He is obviously been there, done that as well as Snodgrass. And he is like another, again, free kick expert. So interesting one to see him back. And another player who actually dropped down into the Championship. He was in a good place. He was at Liverpool at one point, as you see there, shoot down and popping up. At Liverpool, then got sold to West Ham, and then thought, no, I don't want to play in this team. I want to go to Middlesbrough. Back to his usual club, his first club, and that's what he wanted, so that's what he got. And now he's coming back to the Prem with them, so that's not bad for him. Next up is a player who was in Serie A, and that is Abel Hernandez. I don't know why he's got 2 cards that are pretty much the same. Why is one like upgraded was the same rating? That's weird. But yeah, we go with this one anyway. And that is Abel Hernandez, Hull's top scorer this season. And he's going to do well in the Prem. I think he's got all the right stats. He's probably one of the players I'm most excited for, as well as Gray, who will be his strike partner. You know, but Hernandez got 92 pace, 80 shooting, 76 dribbling, and 70 physical. Those are really good for a striker. Wilson-esque. Bournemouth, that's a club. Wilson-esque for Bournemouth. And then we go with Gray on the other side. He has had so many different cards on this FIFA. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually got gold rated. Andre Gray, only 70 on this, but as you can see there, started as a 70, got bumped up to a 74 when they realised they had a great season. Got an 80 card for being a record breaker. I can't remember what it was they'd done. Or it might be a hero card, I can't remember, but there's his card there. And then he got a team of the season at 85. Look at that card, 94, 87, 80, 84. That is crazy for a championship player. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did actually get a gold card. Now, starting 11 features, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 Burnley players. Only 2 Middlesbrough players make it, and then 5 Hull players. Now, I'm not being biased or anything like that. This is just the way I've seen it so far. Obviously, you know, I'll name a few Middlesbrough players anyway as it comes to the bench. So, for the bench, we're going to start off with McGregor. I think he was unlucky not to play in the final for Hull. Can't even get his name. Alan McGregor, there we go. Unlucky to play in the final for Hull, obviously was injured. Next up, we will go with another player that is probably unlucky to miss out, and that is Ben Mee from Burnley. Oh, he's already in actually. Sorry, I played in the centre-back, didn't I? Skipped that one. Sorry, it was Keane that I was after. Keane, who's had a fantastic season for Burnley. I'm actually a bit disappointed I actually haven't even put him in. There we go, Michael Keane. Obviously, it was Man U's books, but he gets beaten out by me and Davies. But, you know, Michael Keane there has had a great season leading Burnley back to the Prem. Now, next up is another player I think is a bit unlucky to miss out in terms of the starting 11, and that is Stephen Ward from Burnley as well. He's a great player. I really do rate this guy a lot. He is a technically gifted player, and he is unlucky to not get that left back position. Another player who's unlucky to not get a left back position who I had to include is Robertson. A lot of teams were like, wow, can't believe he's gone to Hull after he left the Scottish League. Let's see if I can find him. I'm not sure what he comes up as. There we go, Andrew Robertson. Yeah, left the Scottish League, pacey left back. A lot like Cresswell for West Ham. However, he is playing for Hull. Another player who got beat out by his teammates in terms of this team, and that is Gaston Ramirez. He was so hyped when he was playing in Serie A that, like, Liverpool almost went for him. That's how hyped he was. He ended up going to Southampton and hasn't done anything since. So he went on loan to Middlesbrough, kind of found his feet there. Next up is another Burnley player who I think is a bit unlucky to not get in this. Considering they were champions, no, it's arguably a bit worrying that I haven't included them all, but... Oh, missed them there. And, you know, I'm just trying to go with what I've seen. I think Hull played really bad, considering the team that they have. Oh, it's not him. Bloody hell. Let's get rid of him. It's actually David Jones, if I can find him. There we go. There it is. David Jones comes in. Obviously, he played centre mid with Joey Barton for most of the season. Barton's now gone, so they need to find someone else there. Another player who had a terrible start to the season when he got done for cocaine, and that is Jack Livermore. Jake Livermore? I think it's Jake Livermore. Great player. You know, he plays that role with Huddleston. He basically gives Huddleston, like, the legs, because Huddleston doesn't really move that much. So Livermore tends to be that with the armated centre mid for Hull. Next up is the guy we just mentioned, actually, Huddleston. I think, you know, you can't not have him in this team. His passing is that good. I just don't personally rate him in terms of how much move it says when he's got 43 pace. Next up is another Burnley player, a wide man this time, and that is George Boyd. This guy has gone to so many different clubs, but he pops up there at right mid. Probably unlucky to be beaten out by Snodgrass. I've basically gone for a rating on this one, guys. I'm sorry, but that is what I went for. In terms of, like, comparing those two, Snodgrass does have all the ratings there. Another player who I'm probably being a bit harsh on, and that is Adama. He's had a great season for Middlesbrough. In fact, he's probably unlucky not to get in that first 11, to be honest. But at the end of the day, there was nothing I could do. I tried to make it as even as possible in terms of like the team that I think should be there. Next up, again, is a player who's seriously unlucky to miss out on this. It's only the fact that the other two have been playing for the clubs all the season that this is why this guy missed out, and that is Jordan Rhodes. Obviously, he did play for Blackburn for most of the season, then got transferred late on in January to Middlesbrough for a lot of money as well, may I add. Now, obviously, he's probably the main one out of those, three. Gray was banging them in, so was Hernandez. Rhodes did, but he just swapped clubs, so that's why he gets a place there. And then finally, we will go with a Burnley player to finish off. A player, again, unlucky to be in terms of the strikers, but he would have been fourth choice, and that is Sam Vokes. Scored some crucial goals for Burnley and got a team of the season card. Guys, obviously, as I say, I've done my best to try and make this, the team that I would want to play with. In terms of, apart from the left mid, I've made the mistake with, that should have been like Kitely. But that is, the best team I think personally. Now, obviously, let me know in the comments if you think something different. And guys, like and subscribe as always, and I shall see you in the next one.